3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Hey guys, welcome to another episode of HerdU Podcast, Summer Edition, I guess. I'm Tessa.
I'm Adam.
And we are happy you're here. Adam, what's up?
I feel like we always say this, but it's been a minute.
It's
since
been a
we've
hot
here.
minute. Yeah.
So much so that we had so much trouble getting
Yeah, it was almost like we were podcast newbies. Like, what do we do? So yeah, but we got it rolling, so that's great.
But glad to be here.
Yeah, for sure. This will probably honestly be our only summer episode, just because life's busy and I'll be traveling for conferences, and then you guys are getting ready for the new year, which encompasses so many things.
Mm-hmm.
We can dive into that a little bit if you want, or it can all be secret, whatever you want to do with that. But yeah, so what's been going
on? Just enjoying a little bit of time off.
Yeah.
I say that.
I don't know. Having the Fridays off have been really cool.
Yeah.
Like we haven't really had, I mean, I guess we kind of had that in July, but it's been really nice to like have that as standard.
Well, and a change of pace, like, you know, that last week, actually the last 2-3 weeks of school
was a little crazy.
They're probably the most chaotic, especially for like people like us.
Yep.
Yeah, enjoying that Friday off, that extra day off. It's pretty nice.
Makes a difference.
It's pretty nice.
For sure.
So yeah, just enjoying that time.
I feel like I'm traveling too much. I don't like it because, well, okay, so I say this respectfully. It's all been school stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like, I just want my family with me, but yeah. So we've been a little busy with that. We got to do admin retreat, which I thought was good. We won't talk about the star because I know it's not your whatever, but I thought that was actually kind of really cool. Like just to get the idea behind it. I mean, I know it's the wrong team for you, but there was a lot of really cool factors about it.
Yeah. Like I'll regardless of whose team plays in there or practices in there, it's a really nice facility, like state of the art. You go in there and you look at some of the technology that's behind it.
Right.
It's crazy. It's super crazy. And then what they have in there, we got to walk by a live podcast, which I have a screenshot of us walking by.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have popped it on here.
I know. So you can see my face is like all like not.
We're like drooling.
Dude, because of the cameras, just the equipment that they have in there. But I do have a screenshot of that. That kind of stuff. You don't normally see that in any kind of practice facility. So there, shout out to Jerry Jones for building that.
I know it's really cool. I thought it was really cool, but anyway.
Wrong team, but
it's
good
fine.
facility.
Hey, your team's helmet was there at least.
I took that picture. It's the only picture I took.
So yeah, that was cool. But yeah, so that was different. Never been to one of those before, I guess. And so it was cool to see everybody outside. I know, I think it's always good to see people outside of their work. I mean, it's not saying like I want to hang out every day, but it's nice just to get away for a little bit and just kind of have fun and laugh and not do school stuff. So.
I think that's the most, what I enjoyed the most, I guess, is seeing people out of their element and how much stress-free some of those dinners or just even just talking and conversation. It's not totally on, their mind's not on their kids or their campus. So it was cool to see.
And huge shout out to SFE.
Yeah.
That dinner was bomb.
Yeah.
I'm like, location was cool. Like it was just so good.
No, it was great. I'm telling you, I enjoyed most of it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. Cool. So yeah, and our van was the best. Shout out to Van 23, Birdmobile 23. So anyway, that was really cool. But yeah, so I leave in like 3 days to go to Galveston. And this is gonna sound really bad. I don't know. You know I'm vulnerable. I'm gonna say it. I don't really care. I think sometimes here my role is to make others feel really good, right? Like I want to make you feel like you're a rock star. You can do anything. And I have some people in my life who do that. But when I get invited to go present other places, it feels really cool. Like I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'm not a dum-dum, or oh, maybe I'm not annoying like some people. You know what I like?
Yeah.
And this is just real raw and real, and I don't know if this is gonna make the cut. But that I'm excited about. It's just to get to go out and share my expertise with the state of Texas. And so that's really cool to get an opportunity to do that. So I get to do that in a couple of days. And I'm pumped about it.
Well, and you're like, some of the knowledge that you have is it's just really good. And it's stuff that not everybody thinks about. You know what I mean? So you look at it from a different perspective. And I think that's what makes you. And that's why you're so involved in this kind of stuff, is because you can see things from a different lens, if you will. And then when they see it, they're like, oh man, that's so super good. Like,
and I think and also I think another thing that blows my mind is one of my topics that I've been asked to present on is Google Forms. Mm-hmm. We don't really get excited about Google Forms, right? But like just thinking of all the possibilities of something that we already have that's free, first off. And two, like the things, like it's one tool, but there's a million things you could do about it. Yeah. So like we're talking about, so that's one of my classes that I'm doing, but we're talking about creating your own adventure and like, how does that have different modalities of learning and how can you adapt it to other students and how can you turn that into something fun, like as a reward type thing? How can we take the data from just a simple form, like a check-in, and turn that into something that's productive? How can you do accessibility on it? Like have students have it read aloud to them, or you give your feedback because students need to hear your voice. Just little things like that with one tool, like Google Forms, right? But like, look what we can do with it. So anyway, I don't know, I'm excited.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and we get to be, I can't say the actual word, but what Charles Barkley, have you heard what Charles Barkley calls Galveston? No. Dirty A water. It's the funniest thing. You're gonna have to go look at it. And then he's like, because he was talking about it in basketball, because I guess they were going to get a team in Galveston or thinking about it or something. And he's like, no one wants to go there to that dirty A water. It's the funniest thing. And then they did an episode and he was like, I'm not apologizing to Galveston. It is what it is. Anyway, so anytime I think of that, that's what I think of.
Honestly, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's pretty dirty.
Yeah.
But a couple episodes ago, we talked about that park pass. That you can get the state park pass. It's $80 for the entire year. Well, Galveston has protected beaches. So like, here's the main part. Well, y'all can't see that. Adam, you can see that. Yeah. So the main part of Galveston's over here. And then like 20 minutes like north is the protected beach. And so it's not as dirty of water. I mean, it's still a little bit, but the sand is clear. Like it's the white sand.
Yeah.
And then you can go hike on the other side of the highway through swampland.
Whoa.
For free. Well, I say for free. I paid $80 for the whole year. So technically it's not free, but whatever.
But you divide that by how many times you go to the park.
Yeah, we go to the park a lot, except for it's been closed because of all the rain.
Right.
Which I'm not complaining, but I'm like, open at least one trail. I want to go. So anyway. But yeah, so that's what we've been traveling a lot with that. But it's just weird in the summer, and we've talked about that before. Like our clientele is not here, so it's like weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've always been like, what's happening? This can't be real life. So anyway, so Adam, another thing that we are doing this summer, which is I'm excited about, is the Collab. And that is our very first educational technology conference. And we have like 120 people signed up. So yeah. And what's cool is Hereford people get stipend. I don't know what you call it.
Incentive.
They get an incentive to come, which is cool. Like I would be all over that. Well, I would have been all over it in the first place because I'm nerdy like that. But you get to come hang out and get paid to do it. So
right. Why have you not signed up?
Yeah. So I just want to talk a little bit about what this looks like. So it's just one day, 9 to 4. We'll probably get out a little bit before 4 because you know how I roll. Mm-hmm. But we have so how the breakdown is going to be is you're going to come and you're going to sign up, right? Register, do all your good stuff, get your little swag bag. Magic School AI actually sent us bags. And so we'll have some goodies in there. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And then you'll come, we're going to play a game called Hereford Squares based off of Hollywood Squares. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you'll learn some new tech tools and things that you could do with some technology. And then you'll split out to your sessions. So like this has been the question that I've had the most. Do I just get to pick one? No, you get 4 throughout the day. So it is a pick and choose. So like session 1 is going to have 10 different options that you can go to. You don't have to pick. I mean, you can just go to whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Session 2 will have the same. Session 3 might only have 8. So like that's kind of how it's going to be throughout the day. We'll have free food. Still don't know what we're having yet, but that's okay. God provides.
No free food.
Do it.
Free food is the best food.
Free food is the best food. And then we'll finish the session with Cami. They're going to be zooming in for us with an interactive activity because that's something that we have for our district. And I don't think last year I did I know I didn't. I don't think it wasn't promoted enough, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to do a good job this year.
Perfect.
I say we, like I have multiple personalities. It's just me. I will do a better job this year getting that out. But anyway, so they'll be zooming in to get us excited about that. So I'm pretty excited. And there's a couple of sessions, my Hereford friends, I'm not going to make you go to anything, but I'm going to highly suggest it. Adam and Kara are doing a couple sessions, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. I know I just said one, but I'm going to make you do one in the morning. Surprise.
Can you drop that on the pod?
Yeah, on the pod. It's there because you can't tell me no on the pod.
Right.
So they have a lot of really cool plans for next year, and we need your help. And so they're going to kind of tell you a little bit about what it's about, what it looks like, what it involves, how you can help the media team, because there's 2 of them and there's 400 of you guys.
Yep.
So anyway, so that's something that I highly, highly encourage you guys to go to. And then the other one is called Deladeo. And so that's what Jesus and Irene are teaching. And there are 4 sessions of that. So you can pick and choose throughout the day which ones you want to go to that. But that is replacing Aristotle. Listen, I had a heartbreak. I made Dana tell him. I was like, I can't break up with him. You have to. And it was really traumatic. And he called and he's like, what can we do? And I'm like, nothing. They already signed it. Like, it's not you, it's us. Yeah. Right. So, but it's our new Aristotle. And so I'm pretty excited about it because I feel like it's going to give you guys, how do I want to word this? Like where you're involved more, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like you get to, yes, with Aristotle, you can block things, but it flows a little bit better. Yeah. Where you can leave something open for only 7 days, or because there's a big debate about cool math. Okay. Like some teachers don't care. They don't care at all. Yeah. Some teachers are like, no games, period. And so I think it's going to give you a little bit, you know, how we differentiate for students. This is going to allow you to do that as a teacher. And so, you know, and we're still blocking the big things like the naughty stuff that's on the list. But I think it's gonna be good.
For sure.
So yeah, so they're gonna teach you guys a little bit about that. And then of course we'll have another training because you're gonna sleep after that. And you're gonna go to the beach and you're gonna forget, or you're gonna go to Amarillo and you're gonna forget. So we'll have another training at the beginning of the year. But yeah. So I'm excited. I'm so nervous. Like I sometimes disassociate when I get overwhelmed. And that's where I am right now. I'm like, I need to make the scan-in sheets. I don't know how to do that, but we're going to learn. We're going to learn how to do this.
I'm pretty pumped. I think it's going to be exciting.
I am too.
It's something we've never done. I mean, I guess we used to do something.
We did like an ed tech day.
Yeah, and that's what I remember.
And then, so can I be honest?
Sure.
I just remember everybody complaining about it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was so cool. The ed tech smackdown, we're all there, but so many complaints. And so like, I have a little bit of fear and reservation coming into this. But I also know that I think what I'm excited about is there's other people, not just from our district coming. And I think that's so vital for our panhandle, for us to get together and network.
Yeah.
And like, I have a music teacher teaching something at this conference. That's so cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm pretty pumped. But I just hope it's worth people's time. Those are the things that I worry about, you know, because we're going to get criticized. I already know that. Like I already go in knowing that, like you can't please everybody, but I just hope they're like, wow, this was really cool. And then next year we build on it and we do food trucks, you know, like, I don't know where I'm going with that, but I'm excited.
Show up. That's where we're going with that.
Yeah. Just come
sign up,
come be a part. So anyway.
And do you still need presenters? Are you pretty much?
I feel like we're okay. So we have like a Google Earth activity, which I think will be really cool for all levels. We have a poetry, like a poetry in motion, and she's going to take you through an entire unit of how to do pop culture poetry with like the actual writing part of it to the artwork part of it. We have y'alls, we have Deladeo, we have Brisk, we have quizzes. One of the teachers is a quizzes master, like she got their certificate, so she's going to show you all the different things that you can do with quizzes. I'm trying to think of what else. There's one that's doing AI in the classroom, which I think is great. I don't know what I'm doing yet because I'm so focused on making sure my presentations for Galveston is open, but I know there'll be a Canva because that's always a huge thing. I'm thinking of doing the positivity in the classroom, like creating intentional joy and using tech tools to that. Like, how do you create stickers? How do you create gratitude jars? Just different things to shift some of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what else there is. Brisk is another one. Cindy Peters is doing that one, which Brisk is super cool. We'll have Cami. So, I mean, I feel like we have a good variety of learning opportunities.
Yeah.
Oh, Dinah is doing creating engaging review games. And so like any grade level can do that from kinder all the way up. I mean, pre-K all the way up. So, so I think we have a good amount of that. So I don't think I need anybody right now, but because with 120 people, it's about 20 person per classroom if they decided to go somewhere. So I feel like we're okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. So anyway.
So just show up.
Yeah. So just come. If you didn't RSVP, that's okay too. I mean, I have enough for 200 people, so please just show up. Like, that's all. It'll be a fun day of learning.
Yeah.
Or not, and you can give me feedback and we'll learn how to improve.
We'll make it better.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So that's enough talking about that. So I got an email that came across my desk about this House Bill 1481, and we're going to talk about that in our hot topic.
Oh.
Okay, so what is House Bill 1481? So it passed in April, and it is talking about banning personal devices from campuses. Okay. So, and it passed like, what did we say? Like 146 to 10. So it passed by
Strong,
a lot, and it's already been through the Senate and the House and all that good kind of stuff. So what does that mean? If I understand it correctly, it doesn't really affect teachers at the moment. It's mainly students. So students are not allowed to have personal devices on campuses. And the district has to come up with some sort of a policy to do this. I'm sorry, what?
What?
Yeah, so I know it's a huge issue at secondary level, right? Like our elementaries, it's really not that big of a deal at the moment. But I know secondary is out of control. Because, I mean, I've been in classes, I've seen it. So, I don't know how they're going to do this. Because there's a thread that I'm on, and some people are like, we let them come to school with it, but they have to check it in. Some are so strict where it's a check-in box in the morning, and you don't get it till the end of the day. Some of it's like one of those shoe organizers where every period they check their phone in.
Mm-hmm.
Some, you can't bring it at all. And if you get caught, you're in big time trouble. Okay. So let's think about that. That's not only cell phones, that's Apple Watches, Samsung Watches, Fitbits, tablets. There's a lot of kids, I know kids who bring their own tablets because their Chromebooks are booty cheeks, right? They just don't work.
Yeah.
So, which, it stinks. Like the Wi-Fi is not working that day or they're whatever. That's a hot topic.
Oh, sure.
What does that look like? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know what to feel. I mean, I do know what to feel because we're moving in a world that's so technology. I mean, everything that you look at, that you see, that you like, it's all about technology, whether it's on your phone. I mean, there's QR codes all over the place.
Everywhere.
So how do you get a QR code, right? You have to have an app. You have to have your phone. You have to have something to actually see what's going on. So we're teaching them to do this, but then where they're learning, you can't use it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Yeah. So I don't know. My biggest concern is we're putting all this work on our teachers.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or our campus admins where their focus is on teaching these kids and getting them to passing to the next grade and testing and scores and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, can't have their cell phone.
Yeah, and now we're concerned about cell phones and watches.
Yeah.
Who has time to do any of that?
That's kind of the issue that I have.
Yeah, and I get it. They are a huge distraction in class because I've seen it. I've seen teachers teaching and kids are literally snapping. I think that's a completely different policy than what this one's talking about. This one's completely banning it.
Yeah.
Does that help as a parent? So I'm gonna flip sides. I'm gonna look at this as a parent. I want my kid to have his phone. Period. Because if something horrible was to happen, we don't get notified immediately. Okay. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I understand why, because it creates chaos, but I need to know my kid is okay.
Yeah.
I want him to be like, even if I don't have that thing, Mom, I'm sheltered in place. I am safe. As a parent, I need to know that.
Yeah.
Period. And I'll fight you on that. Like, I need to know that my kid is
100%.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you're in school, you didn't have the phones. Yeah, but we also didn't have this chaos that our kids live through right now. Or if my kid is driving home and gets in an accident, you know what I mean? Like, he needs to be able to have that. Or heaven forbid, he was on campus and got hit by a rock. Like, he needs to be able to text me like, Mom, I just got basically assaulted, right, by a kid who was skipping class.
Which happened.
That's a true story. So anyway, I don't know what you do with this, but it has caused so much spark and rage. But it's definitely something I feel like our teachers need that support, because I can't imagine how daunting it is every day with a cell phone. But what does that look like?
It's crazy. I mean, you can go on for hours right on this topic, but I feel like the people that are passing these, or that are suggesting these to get to pass to whatever, are like the comment you said earlier. Well, we grew up in a time where you didn't have cell phones,
right?
But that was a different time.
So different time.
There's nothing that I would say when we were growing up, or when I was growing up, that we were like, I didn't know we would be to this level.
No.
As far as where we are with
that
technology.
Kind of world.
Yeah, I mean,
or violence,
and to be able to say that and be like, oh, okay, no, that's a good analysis. But it's not. No, you're thinking in 1980, whatever, 19 throw it away.
Yeah.
But we're in 2025 now, where everything's so dependent on. I mean, it's crazy.
I don't know. So anyway, that's something to discuss, that we're gonna all have to discuss and figure that out. Sucks. Ugh.
Good luck.
Well, we're here to support, guys.
Good luck,
I don't know what you do about that. But I mean, I get it though. Like anyways. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about that on the hot topic. So
we're gonna end it like that.
Yeah, we're gonna end it like that. Okay. Do we have anything else we need to share about this summer? Just come to the collab. I know that's one thing that I want to share. We'd love to have you guys there. Secondary, you are getting new computers. I think they just got ordered. No telling when they'll come in, but you will have training on them. We're not just going to shove a computer at you. Okay. So like, I know some of you are stressed out about that. I get it. I feel it. I feel your stress. But we will try to make this as seamless as possible. Anything from your end on the media side?
No. Not yet, anyway.
Okay.
We got some things brewing up.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Anyway.
Also, when you guys see us next time, we're going to have a new theme, logo, something. I don't know. You'll understand. It'll make sense. I promise. Yeah,
it'll all come together.
It'll all come together. It's still the same. It's still the same us, just a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's finish this podcast with, what are you loving, Adam?
Hook 'em horns.
Bro.
If you guys know us, my family and I are so big into baseball and softball.
Mm-hmm.
We lived it, we breathed it for several years, a lot of years. And then to see Texas win their first national championship.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Was pretty cool. I mean, it was a family affair, I'm telling you. Anastasia and I were go get dinner, come back home, and we'd watch the game. Danielle's calling me. She's like, what? Like, what's going on here? Awesome to see a pitcher like, I can't say her name, Najee Kennedy.
Yes. The $1 million, now $2 million.
Is that what it is now?
Yes.
So good to see that in Lubbock. Texas Tech. Shout out to Texas Tech. I've never really hated on them.
Right.
Because they're down the road, right? And to see that come to a program like Texas Tech, it's awesome.
Cool.
I mean,
and that guy's story. Did you get into any of that? The coach's story?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, I cried. I was like, ooh.
So I'm really passionate about actually women's sports, because they don't get what I had a girl that was really good at volleyball, and just like also in baseball, but there's just, to see the women's sports kind of just take off like that. And then to see your team that you cheer on for your whole life just win a national championship.
Dude, I'm telling you, freaking Mia Scott. Who got MVP? Did she get anything?
She got the MOP, which is
offensive player.
Something, I can't remember what it is, but it wasn't MVP. It's similar to what MVP.
Dude, she was awesome. I saw a tweet that said only needed one ACL.
Yeah, that was
like I was like, that's pretty cool.
They were on the bus ride home, takes a picture, and so for you guys that don't know, she only had one ACL.
Yeah. She needed surgery, but like played amazing.
So shout out to that athletic team, like their trainers.
Yeah. I can't imagine what they had to do to prep her for that.
Because if you see her move and like diving for balls, just, I mean, third base is a hard position, especially when they hit like they hit. You got to move. You got to be able to be nimble.
And shout out to her, like the grit of doing that. You know what I mean? Because there's so many times where like, oh, my leg hurts, I'm going to sit out. And I'm like, no, like we're tough. Like, come on.
That's cool. That was cool to see. So
that was good.
It was fun. It was fun.
I agree. I thought it was fun too. I don't ever watch any of that, but I got into it and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. The first one, I was watching it and they were losing, or no, they weren't even winning. I think
there's only like one score, like one run.
They were down by one. Mm-hmm. And I was telling her, I didn't start watching it. I can't finish watching. And then I was like, no, we got to watch it. So we turned it on.
We talked about that. Doesn't matter.
And then I'm superstitious. I know, big time. But when it comes to sports, and then we watched the rest of the series. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. Just the recognition that all those players get.
Yeah.
It was fun to see.
Yeah. I agree. And it's crazy to me. And we've talked about this because, the difference, because Tatum's won a national championship. And so the difference between D2 and D1, first off, and then the difference between boys and girls. And I get it. Boys make so much more money, blah, blah, blah. But they literally had to take a bus back in their national championship. Like when most times they would be flown out or flown back to Austin from Oklahoma. Yeah. They're on a freaking bus. Like it just, chaps me so bad. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll get there one day. Yeah. I get it.
They actually asked one of I think it was the catcher, Atwood Reese, and was asked her what she thought about the ride home. Mm-hmm. She said, that's where you make memories.
Yeah.
So we had our last Bucky stop.
Oh, that's
together
cool.
As a team.
Could you imagine Bucky's and them coming in? I'd be like, that's so cool.
It was the Bucky's in Denton, is
cool.
where they stopped.
That's really cool.
And so I mean, you do make the memories, right? Because it's a longer bus ride. Also, obviously, it's going to take you longer than an airplane, but I 100% get where you're coming from on that.
I don't know. Anyway,
especially when you got to go longer. Oklahoma City to Austin, it's a long ways, but it's not super far, like where you guys would have to go.
The national championship. They should be flown in a private plane by the NCAA because they organize all that stuff anyway. Why are we putting all of our softball players on a bus? Fly them home in style. And have a little party. Yeah. Anyways, okay. I'm over that. I'm not grumpy anymore. Okay, so what I'm loving, and I never thought this would ever in a million years come out of my mouth.
Uh-oh.
I've been coughing again.
What?
I'm still really bad. But on Wednesdays, James and I go play golf, 9 holes. We scramble.
Yeah.
And that's today. We do it every Wednesday. And I have been loving that. I never thought I would.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes on hole 2, I want to quit. And one time I did. And Mr. Stowe got all on to me. And then I went like this. And then I got on hole 3 and I teed off again. I just didn't play the rest of hole 2. But I've really been enjoying that time. I guess it gives me kind of a glimpse into the future a little bit. Also, you know what no one prepared me for? And we need to write a manual about this. We're not empty nesters yet, right? Because Tay's already gone, but we have a kid at home. We actually have a kid at home.
Yeah.
But he just turned 16 and he's never home. Nobody prepared me for that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, hey, you want to go play golf? So James tries to get into town by 5:30 because of the stupid golf rule that the carts can't be out after 6, which that chaps me.
Yeah.
Because, listen, I live in the golf world. They can be out after 6 for a little bit longer, but that's okay. You do you, Ted. You can do your job. I'll do mine. So anyways, I really have been enjoying that. And it gives me a little glimpse of like, this is what life's going to be like. And it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Pretty grateful.
That's cool.
So anyway.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I never thought in a million years I would ever say that. So anyways. All right. Well, I don't have anything else to add.
That's it.
That's all I got. And I guess we'll see y'all in August. Crazy.
Get some rest. Everybody. Yeah. Just disconnect a little bit. Because August will be here in a hurry. And
yeah, drop in the chat what you're doing. We'd love to know.
Oh,
because we don't get to see y'all very often in the summer. I mean, like Dan sent me beach pictures, which is like rude. Good for you.
Yeah. If you could do that, at least offer to get me there.
Yeah, at least like invite me next time. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Don't invite me. It's fine. But yeah, so let us know what you're doing, or if there's any good books you're reading, or if there's a new restaurant you tried in Amarillo, or whatever.
Drop it in the chat.
New recipe. Drop it in the chat, man. All right. Well, guys, as always, it's a pleasure having you here, and we hope you all have a wonderful summer, and we'll see you next school year. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.